And we are live with an odd background for me because it looks like I'm phasing in and I don't really know what's going on. Brandon's got a look on his face like I just caught him in the shower, but that's okay, everyone.
Brad, you're just an interdimensional traveler. I mean, this is normal for you.
I mean, you're not wrong. Ah,
How's everyone doing today? Excited to do another hobby stream Wednesday. But even more excited, I'm ready to talk about some Assassins, and I'm ready to talk about Space Marines tomorrow.
I'm going to talk about the fact that Mike said he's not going to pay GSC, and then he said, where all these extra arms come from. Yeah, we know what's going on.
Where did all those arms come from?
How many games could I make it in if I played GSC like I told you I was going to do yesterday? Not that I was going to play GSC, but the way I would play GSC. How many games into an 8-round tournament would I get before I had to drop?
How much have you had to drink?
I mean, I do self-medicate. I did that this past weekend, so...
I feel like you're just going to get so bored of moving that many models. Like, you historically have played armies at between 30 and 50 models.
That's a lie, though, because I played for, like, 3-4 years in a row, I played Horde armies. When I played Chaos and stuff like that. But I did have Britt, who was like there to clean up everything, casualties, table, the whole deal.
So you had an assistant. Okay?
Yes,
so
I had.
I'm going to make a general
assistant.
assumption that if you have an assistant, you could probably play all 8 games. If you don't have an assistant, or your opponent is unwilling to move your models for you, I'm going to assume you're probably going to finish 4 before you're really annoyed.
Just like I'm out.
I'm done. This is why did I agree to this?
Because it's like a 200 and something person model or model army that ends up having like 200 and something, 240 probably, come back. So it's like a 500 model army.
Movement trays. Not that I think you would invest in any of those, but I would get movement trays for that.
I mean, I don't think it's physically possible to do it any other way.
Just imagine rolling dice.
I mean, rolling dice is rolling dice, but Jesus.
I mean, you figure your average game is 3 hours. There's a reason why orc players don't roll their bolter shots when they have nothing but hordes.
KR I love that. KR goes, I'd probably drop after unpacking the army. It's like, and a good tournament, everyone. I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
Actually, I can see it now. It's like, hey, guys, I'm going to put half my army in strategic reserve just so I don't have to put them on the table, to make the later turns of this game more pleasurable for both of us.
I'm broken from a normal tournament, Corey. Bring icy hot and a weightlifting belt. My back hurts sitting in a chair, let alone after we play tournaments. So let's talk about these agents of the Inquisition.
All right, let me get my hobby camera on. So let's talk about what I'm doing real quick.
Let's talk about, I was saying, what are you working on today? You know what?
So
hold on. Hold the phone.
Hold on.
I had all these things I wanted to say, and I said none of them.
All right. Let's hear
One, I felt this weekend for me was a hobby success. Pink unicorn hammers, cool bases, lots of glow-in-the-dark mojo, an army that was fully legal and looked cute.
That's the best part, is the fully legal.
Fully legal. That's that, you know what I mean? It's always a good time to have a fully legal army. But that was a Stillfrosty. That was a Stillfrosty joint venture. Right. Spike Lee jam, if it was.
So at the Invitational, Brad asked me if I could touch up his army and make it so, 1, he can tell what the different units are, and 2, just to make sure that they were all properly equipped on the right bases. So last week on our hobby stream, I was in the middle of fixing everybody up and painting them. So how did my paint schemes work out for you? Were you able to separate all the different units?
Yeah, it was decently easy on that. So I need the next time I think that I want, weirdly enough, I think that I want different colored weapons so I can see the weapons easier.
Okay.
Because for those of us that don't know, I don't see colors real well. So
yeah, like it was interesting because Eloise, my wife, her family has the color blindness gene as well, and we were just chatting and like, how do you make an army pop in a way that somebody who can't necessarily every single color can tell the difference between units without having it look like an eyesore to people not paying attention to the army. And we were just discussing tones, and I was actually having her brother, who's colorblind, he was looking at the armies. He's like, "Yeah, I could tell the difference between these." So I'm glad that it was able to work out for you. We could definitely touch up some weapons, but I'm hesitant on that just because with the weapons, you want to be consistent. So it's just kind of hard
Yeah,
from an
no,
artist point of view.
the hammers were fine. It's just it was really hard for me to find lightning claws because dark on dark is really hard for me. So
Mhm.
like I those just kind of blended in, and I had a hard time finding those guys.
Okay. I mean that's an easy fix. Like you just touch them up with some yellow or something. I think I did it with I think I painted them pink. So
Yeah, it's
it
just
was
some of them were the thing. It's just it's like sometimes I get lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Just because
Mhm.
like all darks effectively look the same to me, so it's just tough sometimes to get everybody. I can see these guys, these guys. I of course also interspersed immediately with my casualties all of the shoulder pads and stuff, and then had to sort those out later. So
at least that helped you out. So
100%.
every unit had a unique base too. So I know you couldn't tell the difference, but I think all the painting judges could see the difference.
Yeah, I did get a good score on that.
What was your paint score?
I
Because I think
don't.
it was like out of 300 points.
Yeah, I don't know, but I got a paint score. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even used to it. I'm not even used to asking. So I did well. I
Well,
don't.
you did get best Space Wolves player there,
I did. I got a best general and best space wolves.
so that's I guess best Imperial by default as well.
Stealing uh, trophies.
Do you have a picture for trophies? I didn't actually see what best overall got.
A giant ass chainsword.
So you got the one the Hobby Goblins did.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Do you still have it, or is it like hiding somewhere?
Tom immediately took it away from me. Said he said I was a troll.
Tom, the responsible adult. Okay, makes sense.
He immediately took it from me and said, "You're not allowed to have this because you will break it." And I said, "You know, you're not wrong." So
So speaking of breaking stuff, I was at a different event this weekend. I really wanted to attend Motor City Mayhem and shoot for like one of the best in faction awards or even best Imperial. But I went to Rocky Top over in Knoxville, Tennessee, and there was about 110 people who attended that event. And I thought it was a painting award, and then they had first place, second place, third place. But it turns out they had a best overall award, and I won a pretty cool 3D printed dive from Hobby
nice.
Goblins. And within 5 minutes, I managed to break it.
Strong. Bold move,
sorry,
Cotton.
sorry, guys. I mean, I fixed it, but it just doesn't look quite the same as it did. Because you know how 3D printing is, where it does the PLA printing, where it's layer upon layer upon layer. Well, I put it on my
Did
cart,
you
and
just
then I was
say
rolling
like,
outside.
do you know exactly how 3D printing works?
Yeah, I'm just making sure you know.
Sure. No, I mean, I that's a big jump for you to say that I know for sure how that works. I could just be like, man, that's magic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make sure you know. So it's on my cart, and you were Rocky Top last year, so you know the uneven terrain, right? Like you had to go up, do a rocky run up the stairs, or
Oh
you had to
yeah.
go down the hill on the side. So I took going down the hill on the side, and it fell off my cart immediately and snapped in half.
Well done, sir. Well
Thank you,
done.
thank you. Give an applause emoji there. Really proud of myself for that one.
Oh man, I don't have enough cool things on this particular scene. I gotta transfer all of my my dumb gifts and everything else to here.
Actually, what we should be doing is I should try running it next week and see if I could get it successfully run on my OBS because I think I have everything set up correctly.
Well, that's the whole point. This is
I
a
know,
Frosty Productions.
and I have music chosen out. I have artwork.
Oh, fuck it, Alan. I love it. Your face, you're dying. I literally, Alan goes, "You want to do a stream? Can I be on the stream today?" And I said, "Yes, no problem. Just be ready in 45." And then Alan completely abandoned me. Abandoned.
Alan, do you want to talk Space Marines tomorrow?
Abandoned. I have to wait for the time to catch up now for him to see this so then I can respond to it. But until then, let's talk Agents of the Imperium.
All right. Oh, actually, I got to talk about what I'm going over.
Oh, sorry.
So 2 weeks ago, so last week I was working on Brad's Unicorn Space Wolves and getting those ready so they could go in the mail, which, by the way, was super awesome how I got them to him. So some of the hobgoblins and one of the Death or Glory crew, um, they were driving from Florida to Michigan in a 1-day trip. So they were driving from southern Florida all the way through Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, into Michigan to attend Motor City Mayhem. So at 12:30 at night at a random gas station in downtown Knoxville, we do an exchange. So I drop off a
Oh
box of
yeah,
I drop off a box of bottles.
things got weird.
Right? And the best part about it is, like, I went to a 24-hour gas station. I was like, this is probably the least shady spot. Well, of course, there were police officers sitting in the parking lot. So, so they got the box, they got the army, everything was packed up. I even sent pictures to Brad, and he forgot the pictures I sent him. So he didn't realize that I packed an extra gift for him in the box.
Until I was literally at the end of the tournament. And it was fantastic.
You would have gotten in so much trouble if you would have knew about that beforehand.
Oh, 100%. Like 1,000%.
So the week prior to that, I've been working on a 10-man unit of Legion of the Damned inspired intercessors along with the Primaris Company Champion model. So they're all finally built. So today I'm going to green stuff flames on their shoulder pads, torsos, legs, wherever I feel they need flames. It'd be pretty cool. So I just want to show that off. And then we could talk about what we're doing throughout the review of the Imperial Agents. All right.
So
we're
many
caught
flames.
Up. So many flames. So much green stuff.
So much green stuff. You know, I'm not feeling super great. So you know who I got to get behind me? I got to get Vulcan behind me. He motivates me.
He is your spirit animal. He will help you feel better.
Primarch Vulcan. That's what's coming in here.
You are pretty much Vulcan.
Unable to die when being tortured by someone? Oh, man. I'm trying to figure out if I could just add Alan now.
Could you? Probably.
I don't know.
Put up a poll. Do we want Alan on this chat? Do we want Brad to crash the stream in order to have Alan on the chat? That's what this poll should be.
The poll is up.
Should I destroy things to add Alan? I'll say with yes. I'm a glutton for punishment. But
All right. First, I have to figure out how to add participants. So everybody's just going to watch this, I guess. Look at that cheesy picture of Alan. What are you, 12 in this picture, man? We're trying to add. I'm blowing things up. Man, he didn't even answer. I'm so weak. Not great, man. Not great. Tells me to destroy the world. Next thing you know, there's no Alan. That's upsetting. It's upsetting, a little bit hurtful.
I mean, if he's not going to answer, like, that's shameful. All right.
Let's see. Shameful.
I try. Does this work? Let me autofocus. Brad, how's my camera coming in? Can you see? I'm just trying to make sure the connection
coming in lovely, my friend.
All right. Check out those green stuff flames.
Flame it is. Dude, what did Crawley just message me on Skype? What is even happening here?
Are we joining a new call, Brad?
He can't start a new call. Answer this call, you idiot. Jesus Christ. Oh, freaking Alan.
This is the high-tech show that you guys have all come to love.
I legitimately called Alan, and he immediately starts a new call. My God, what is even happening in these parts? So, I'm just going to talk Agents of the Inquisition, because Alan is... Yeah, Alan literally joined the wrong call.
All right. Well, while Alan figures out how to pick up the phone, let's talk about the agents. Actually, before we jump into agents, there's another thing that was released this morning, and I don't know if you saw it, Brad, but apparently on YouTube, they have a combat patrol battle report between Tyranids and Space Marines.
Really?
Did you see that? Yeah.
Well, I need to see this now.
So I haven't watched it yet. I was going to watch it after this stream. It's my understanding that the rules are slightly different for Combat Patrol just because it's a smaller game. They're trying to make them quicker, trying to streamline everything.
Why does he keep starting calls? You know what? I'm just joining this. Do you want to join this call? Are you getting the same notification?
I am. Is it going to crash literally everything?
Probably.
How many people do we have stream so we know that?
I mean, it won't crash the thing. It'll just crash what people see. Teams? What the hell is Teams? You know what? I'm gonna join his call. Let's join his call.
All right. Have him call again.
Screw it. Screw it. Call again. Let's just join. We're joining.
I'm doing it. We're going live.
We're joining Alan's call because he's a moron and literally couldn't join our call.
Is it still going live on
and you don't even have fucking audio. Nope, no audio whatsoever. Look there's Alan, pajama pants, PJs, coming in hot.
I'm here. Hello?
Sure you are.
Here?
Yeah, you're here now. We literally added you to our call, and you decided, nah, I'm Alan. I'm just gonna do what I want, and I'm going to make it anything I want to do. And I appreciate that.
We did have an 89% destroy the call in order to add Alan.
Yeah, so we did.
Thank you, Alan, for helping us destroy everything.
Exactly.
Wait, did you guys ruin your whole thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We literally, and I texted you multiple times with this, and I'm stretching you guys out. You guys are about to be fat people, and you both get half a screen.
It's a good look on you, Alan.
Oh, man. Whatever. I'm very excited about this.
I'm going to continue going.
Congratulations, Brad. Congratulations on winning MCM. I hear good things with the unicorns.
I love the unicorns.
Yeah, man. But, guys, Grey Knights. Did you guys read it? I know you were both busy doing things.
Oh my God, we talked about this yesterday.
This is a yesterday.
So good.
Yeah.
Did you guys give it S+? Did you guys give it S+?
No, there's not.
We gave it top tier.
We gave it their own tier. You know who's in that other tier though? GSC. GSC gets free models all game long.
I don't think they're good.
That's cool. I appreciate everybody's opinion, even if it's wrong.
No, I really don't think they're. I think they're actually really bad.
Sure, tell me how 240 extra guys is bad.
No, I don't think it's as good as you think. Because your opponent gets a whole movement phase to counteract, and you have to be very defensive with those.
Cool.
You lose models really quick.
Ready?
And the idea that Games Workshop allowing that in their rules tells me that their damage output took a hit.
Sure.
The reason why GSC are so good is they're a glass cannon army. If you lose the cannon and they're just a glass army, they're not good. I don't think they're good.
Everybody's trying to sneak it today. I love it. KR just trolls me out. Quality's the same everywhere. But here's the thing. I push 60 guys up, get in your face. I stage 60 more guys. You kill those 60 guys. I put them behind the stage guys, and then I keep basically revolving 60 people a turn.
It's not going to work that way.
Tell me how. Tell me why.
Because you're going to move up your 60 guys. If your guys do a significant amount of damage, then great. Then yeah, it's going to be good. But if for some reason they're not as good as we think, output-wise, damage output-wise, that's the key, right? I didn't see anything in the release that tells me they're good that way. And the fact that you could just recycle the unit shows me that
I literally
the coolest things you're going to be able to do is
and
bait.
devastating wounds with the unit that joins the Primarch for 1. So that's just going to wreck shit. I've got a
4s and 5s.
I've still got
4s and 5s. It doesn't look as good as you think, Brad. I don't think they're as good as you think.
I don't know. Dude, me playing 4,000 points
your opponent has a whole movement phase. So the moment they get within 9,
they're never going to get within 9. I'm going to put them in my deployment phase and just stage up. You'd have to table me to put them up.
The army's still going to be glass. So you defensively placing those units doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
You physically can't put your models anywhere near my models or my blips.
Correct, but your blips are in Guam. I don't give a fuck where your blips are. If I can't put my models there, your blips are in Guam.
Because whatever you put on the board, I kill. I'm literally going, cool. I put stuff on the board, I move up. I go behind cover, I move up. I go behind cover, I move up. You kill 60 guys a turn, I get 60 guys back a turn. I will play this on stream against you as soon as this comes out.
You can't play it. We could play it on stream. You could play it against me. I'll fucking murder you with it. You're going to get wrecked.
I'm going to get wrecked because I really can't move that many models without dying, but I will win.
No, because you'll die in real life. See, that's how I know you're going to get wrecked.
You're like standing on Brad's corpse going, here's the deal,
I got
this. I got this.
On a separate note, I don't GSC love. I really don't. I think it looks like false gold to me, but the Grey Knights one is really, really good.
What's that?
Like really good.
I didn't hear what you said, bro. Say it one more time.
Oh, me or Brandon?
You.
Oh no, I just think it's fool's gold.
I don't know what you said. The other one. You said something's really good.
Grey Knights. Grey Knights is really good.
Grey Knights, the fact that the combination with that and the strat is bonkers time.
Yeah.
The strat where you can't target something within 12, you basically put them in the front, can't be targeted. You basically shoot everything in one flank, and then you immediately leave and go to another flank. It's just crazy time.
Yeah, I like it a lot. What is Brandon doing with green stuff right now?
He makes every army Legion of the Dead. That's his jam.
Making flames out.
Oh, okay.
It's his jam, dog.
So like on the shoulder pads that I'm not doing it on, either they have like the 3rd edition metal ones like that.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to cut skulls and put chains and skulls, everything like there.
Cool.
Because I put skulls on the backpack already. Put skulls on the bolsters.
I wish more people did conversions. I like conversions. They're
That's
awesome.
my only thing I like. I'm not even I'm not a fan of paint stuff, but that is
Brad, you would have been so proud of me. My army is ready.
What?
I am set for this weekend. I did it all ahead of time.
What are you playing in this weekend?
So here's the story, right? So my army's ready. I can show you Croak. I don't have his wings right now. I got to glue him on, but he's almost finished painted.
Who are you? And what did you do with Alan?
Well, I just have to finish his cloak, but I got bad news on Sunday, so I stopped painting. But like, he's very close to done.
Nice.
And he looks really nice. So I'm a big fan.
I love the.
Is that a 3D printed bad boy?
Does he have like a wedding dress on? What is that like flowing cloak thing?
That's gonna be his cloak. I gotta paint it. So I'm gonna paint it like cosmic stars. It's gonna be like a constellation. So it's gonna look like outer space. And then the dragon's wings are also gonna look like outer space. Ooh. So he's gonna look like kind of cosmic a little bit. So that's my Croak.
In the year
he's got a dragon around him. So the army's really, really cool. But then I found out that on the 19th, they approved the new Seraphim Codex. Between the 19th and the 22nd, something happened. I don't know what. I don't know why. Makes no sense to me, but it's cool. It's fine. I get it.
And that they changed their mind. Wasn't that the whole reason you were going to rock that is to play Seraphim?
That was the whole reason why I was so excited about this army. I bought the whole army on the 19th. Like I bought all the stuff that I needed, STL files, base files, like the actual box set. So I have the book and the cards. I have the real book, the real cards, and the real models from the box set from GW. So I bought everything on the 19th. I got it in. I started working on it. I didn't see the 22nd communication until this weekend on Sunday. So on Sunday, I'm just tweedling on my phone on the toilet, and I see, they changed their mind. Seraphim's no longer allowed. The new book's no longer allowed. And I get it. I totally get it. I'm just upset that they said it was legal, and then they said it was not legal. If they just started off with, hey, policy is policy, it's not legal, cool. But I thought like they were being really kind of like new age and proactive about it. There's a video on YouTube of the whole codex by Honest Wargamer. It's awesome. He goes through the entire thing. It's over a month. There's been information on the book. There's a leaked book that's available everywhere on the internet. So I thought they were going to be cool about it. And they still are being cool. They're just following the normal protocol, which is fine. I just wish they didn't say it was legal and then go back on it. That's the only thing. So I got a little bit butthurt about it. That's my fault. But I'm gonna pivot to another army, and I'm just gonna borrow. I'm gonna play Brad Hammer and borrow an army.
Yes.
There's nothing I can do. I can't make another 2,000 point list. So And
Don't you own
everything
models?
I don't own a lot of like completed 2,000 point Age of Sigmar armies. I have a Flesh Eaters army, but not the appropriate models for a competitive list. And I have an Ideneth army, but it's not fully built. And I have a Dragon army, but I don't really want to play Dragons again. I played Dragons last year. So. But I'm really excited for 10th. I think Grey Knights is going to be most likely my army out of the gate, just because I've always wanted to play Grey Knights, and I hope that Dread Knights are cool, and I can take a lot of Dread Knights, and I want to do some really cool Dread Knight conversions. But I'm really excited about those for sure. So.
You know who's got a better hammer than the Dread Knights?
Who has a better hammer than Dread Knights?
GSC.
Oh, GSC. Yeah,
Because it hits on a 3 and it's like
Abominance or
strength
whatever.
12.
Yeah, strength 12.
All right,
I'm telling
so
you, GSC is fool's
speaking of
gold.
Grey Knights, and let's get back on track. So, Imperial Agents, because they can be allied to Grey Knights, and I don't see why you don't ally Imperial Agents into Grey Knights.
They have some cool dudes here. Like, the Vindicare Assassin, for instance, is the Diet Coke of assassins for me. But this dude's actually legit for a change.
Brad means that in a good way, viewers. He likes Diet Coke.
Diet Dr. Pepper. He's the Diet Dr. Pepper.
I am the Diet Dr.
Well,
Pepper.
none of the assassins are really a Diet Dr. Pepper. They're not there.
No, they're
They're close.
All right. So,
but like,
how's the army rule work, Brad?
first off, you can take. I'm gonna scroll back. You can include 2 retinues and 2 characters of Agents of the Imperium, and they have pretty wacky rules because they can join pretty much anything, and they can get in almost any reserve. So, fairly legit as far as how you can include them. Vindicare, for instance, I mean, if you're feeling lucky, if basically Alan shoots at you, you're going to be in a world of hurt because on a 6 to hit, it adds 3 to the damage characteristic, which seems pretty crazy that it's 6 plus D3 for when he shoots somebody. He also has precision, ignore cover, heavy, so he's +1 to hit if he stays still, and devastating wounds. So 6s to wound are that many wounds in, or that much damage in mortals. So this dude could literally hit you for a potential 9 in mortal wounds if you roll a decent amount of 6s. Now that's all 6s, of course. But like, depending on his cost, like, he can also do the shield breaker where he ignores invulns once a game. He's kind of a sissy in close combat, but he always has been because he's the sniper, which is why I've always been kind of meh about him. But like, he seems legit. What are you guys' thoughts on him? He's just there. His base attack, his strength, his rifle is strength 7, AP 3, damage 3, plus D3. I love everything that just happened there. I feel like Nick just ended, like, literally joined the stream.
We were talking about GSC, so I wanted to channel my internal. I think it's a good attempt to use assassins again, but I don't know how much you're actually going to see it.
I think it's all dependent on points because there seems, in my opinion, appears to be a whole bunch of ways to kill characters and nullify them. And if he's too expensive, like if he's more than 75 points, I don't think you'll see him.
That is true. I forgot about that. I think I have one of these somewhere around too. When you got your subscription to Warhammer Plus, they gave you a model. I'm assuming that it's at Sniggs' house somewhere. So I'm like, I don't know where that bad boy is.
Hey, Brad, if you legitimately have that model, I'll buy it from you.
I mean, it's somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you legitimately have it, I'll buy it from you.
I will. I would say I'd find
I
it,
have the
but
model.
like,
I have that model.
I need my
all
fourth
models.
Vindicar Assassin.
I have multiple. I have multiple Vindicare Assassins because I wanted to make like an assassin strike team for a display board once. So I think I have about 10. So
you
just have
chose the least cool one to may have the most of?
No, I think I have 10 of all of them.
Wait, you have 10 of each one?
Yeah, I think so.
It does seem like a very Alan thing to do to have 10 of random things.
Well, I found out yesterday I have 120 mandrakes. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those.
I mean,
the
thing is, I'm just going to start stealing things from your house because you would have no idea at all if I take that.
I would know because I drive you to the train and like see you out. So like you don't have anything with you.
And then I would just have like an extra bag. I would
you
also
can't like just leave with like extra bags.
The better part is I would actually ask you for a bag so that I can take your stuff. Hey man, I'm planning on stealing some things. Could I get a bag for that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I should probably like inventory everything, to be honest. So.
What's going in Brad's stolen bag?
Shadow Specters. I'm waiting for Shadow Specters to get good.
Oh, so that model's amazing. I love that model.
So many of those too.
All right, let's talk about this Inquisitor. This guy.
Let's talk about these assassins, or not assassins, Inquisitors.
Yeah, the Inquisitors.
The Inquisitors are actually pretty cool.
So they could join any battle line unit. So we don't know what exactly is a battle line yet.
Well, most of the core, we got to see. I think that they're going to be the best in Marines, because if the Infiltrators, Incursors, all that shit's still battle line, I wouldn't mind slapping this guy in him, because one, he gives a 5-up feel no pain to whoever he joins. Each time this model is basically, if he's in a unit and you use a stratagem on him, on a 3+, you get a CP back.
Yeah,
I mean,
which is really cool. I like that.
And he's just not bad. We'll see about the points, because he's got a psychic, the psychic shooting, which is devastating wounds. His every combat weapon is anti-infantry, devastating wounds with rapid fire. So like, this dude's not terrible, you know what I mean? And if he's super cheap, you'll slap him in a battle line unit and just get a 5-up Fino Pain and some CP regen. I don't even know what's going on right now. I was just giggling like a little child.
Pete just commented. He called Nick Rose Quasimodo. Sorry.
Poor Nick.
Funny.
Poor Nick. Rip. So I'm looking at this Inquisitor, but they also show off the other Inquisitor Greyfax. Are they trying to sell out this model immediately?
Oh, Hootie's got it going on. He's knowing exactly, by the way, where I'm going with this. He goes, I swear if Brad gets to put this guy in a unit of log things, I'm going to lose it. 5-up feel no pain. And my Terminator
Did you bad touch people with those long fangs?
Yes.
Of course you did.
Like, so bad. It was amazing. Long fangs, dude, I understand my people. Old guys that are super mad about things. What? Of course I'm taking so many of those units.
Yeah.
You want to talk about these Navy Breachers, or should we just go straight into Greyfax?
Let's talk about Greyfax.
Greyfax.
All right, it has been a thing. I'll go back to the Navy Breachers.
They're looking at Greyfax and looking at like other Inquisitors, like Codiez, what Codiez has historically been able to do. Codiez is going to be way better, Long Fangs, Greyfax.
What about Hector Rex?
No longer production.
Oh, come on!
Bye. Yeah, you could.
That's weak sauce, man. Literal weak sauce, dude. Greyfax has no escape. Basically, if you try to fall back from his unit,
it's her unit,
or whatever. She's got a sweet top hat, whatever.
Brandon and I were like correcting you on that ASAP, bro. You got checked right away.
Check myself.
Check your privilege.
It's like my 10th favorite Inquisitor. Come on now.
Greyfax is really cool, actually. I wish the model was just a little bit bigger.
It looks like the Malfo model, to be honest, but
it does look like a Malfo model. Yeah.
So
all right, so no escape.
Well, it's also a big deal. Whatever, it's got no escape. So, and if you basically are battle shocked and you're trying to fall back, you basically subtract 1 from your roll. So like, people could just get mad mortals trying to leave this unit. Also, the unit gets anti-psyker 4-up, which is a big deal if you slam this in somebody that has devastating wounds and you're shooting. There's a decent amount of units that have the psyker tag, you know what I mean? So you can join this to anything. So you could get some combinations going on, especially when you're playing certain armies where you're playing Grey Knights. They have a ton of people that have the psyker tag. You slap this model in, all of a sudden, if they have devastating wounds, they're getting mortals on 4-ups to wound. You know what I mean? That's just a big deal.
But like I said, we don't know what battle line is yet.
And also, by the way, that is a huge point on that. Paint is still one of my favorite names in the chat, Paint Celestine. But highest leadership I've seen, it's leadership 4. And that's what the unit will have, because it joins the Inquisitor joins the unit. So that's boss mode. You're like, hey man, I'm gonna make this battle shock test. Yeah, good to hear, man. I'm leadership 4, bro. Like,
Yeah,
sit-
I wonder.
sit down.
I wonder the points, because that's really what's going to dictate whether or not you take these models, and then what slot they take up, and all that kind of stuff is really the key.
Well, it's going to be a HQ choice.
Maybe.
No, but it's free
What if
right
it's,
now.
what if it's like a floater?
Yeah, they take up no spots right now. You can just get a free spot. So if they don't take anything up, Alan's right on that. It's a big deal. It'll be points. I mean, if this is super cheap, this is like a 50-point model or something, I'm just throwing an Inquisitor in to my battle line unit to give it 5 up, and especially something that I'm going to be using, like maybe a strat on, that I could get that CP back. If it's something that I'm going to be using all the time, you basically want to hold your home objective with those infiltrators, but also do something else. You get that 5 off Inno Pain. Plus, if you do any strats on them, if you transhuman them, whatever, you get that CP back and a 3 up. I mean, that's just a strong squad. If this is a cheap model, I mean, if these are, 50, 60-ish, I mean, anything after that, you're like, I don't know if you get your value out of them.
Also, are their points going to be a part of like allied points? Like, are you going to have an allied point budget, and then they come out of that, or are these guys not considered allies because they're like Imperial agents? And then you could still take allies.
It appears that there's no allied budget for these guys. It's just you could take one.
It's weird because they've done
units.
that. They've done that different for each one though. Because like Chaos Demons, you could take 500 points, and then
you have a budget. Yeah,
right?
a budget.
And then a couple others have been a budget, but others have been just the amount of units is what they.
Yeah, I would assume these guys are not budgeted, and then you could still take 500 points of like Knights or 500 points of something else that's Imperium, like Guard or something, and like ally it into your Imperium army. That would be the hope, right? You wouldn't want like these units to take up your allied budget. Like that would like
right
be counterproductive for these,
well,
unless they impact battle line somehow. Like unless if you took Greyfax, you could take Breachers as battle line or something like that, and you're starting to make this like almost Inquisition like detachment within your Imperial army.
Well,
because
so
it's
it
modifying
appears that the Breachers are going to be like the retinue unit. So you could take 2 characters and 2 retinues.
and 2 retinues, yeah.
So you could take 2 units of Arbites and like the Arbite character.
And these guys have just they have a 4-up invuln, but they're T3, and they've got a billion different options, but it's basically you can take one of this and one of that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if these are
those
really
new models.
Yeah, these came out with the Kroot versus Imperial Navy kill team. I think it was November.
Okay.
And I have like 3 of the Kroot kill teams.
They got to reuse those. Yeah, they got to reuse those molds, right? Make more.
Well, no, they're brand new Kroot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a completely new kit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They came out with new retinues a month or two ago.
I mean, Brad, you can't see it, but I just whipped out all my assassins and Inquisitor Billy with his pin pan.
Nice. I'm
ready to put this guy on the table.
I'm literally so
I want
distracted.
Inquisitor Billy in his pin pan.
I'm so distracted by Nick Rose on top of Alan right now.
I can change it.
No, I want to remember Nick when he had hair.
I wanted to bring in some of that good.
Good.
So apparently I have 3 Evisaurs, 3 Vindicars, 1 Calidus, and 1 Cluxus assassin.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
GW, let me be able to use an all assassin
On the
army.
8th day of Christmas. Don't you just want a Legion of the Damned Codex? Wouldn't that make you happy?
No, because they're going to butcher it.
Wow, just like GSC, yeah, that's true.
Colin says, you just said they butchered it. You were high on crack cocaine. You're lucky. You should be worried right now that they drug test you because you were going to fail this one after you said that about GSC.
No, I'm telling you, man. Watch, you're gonna see. I'm as low on GSC as you are on Eldar. We're basically the same. I have the same opinion as you have for Eldar.
I will make a sandwich bet on this.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I'll make any bet you want.
I mean, you're still going to have to buy the sandwich, but I like in effect, I'm saying I'll bet it.
How about I buy the sandwich regardless, right? But the winner of the bet chooses what's on it, and the loser eats it.
Oh man,
that sounds like you're about to get something that you don't want, Brad.
yeah.
Like
the
flavor.
problem, I can't even make shit up with Alan though. You know what? I'm going to make you eat. What did you hate? What did you?
Literally nothing. I
no, that's a lie.
Oh, that is
you
not
are
true.
A liar.
What is that dip?
No, it wasn't dip.
The
We-
dip.
Oh, God,
the dip
no.
at
We
We
JL's
know we had
Garage.
artichoke.
I take back the bet.
Alan
I take
literally
back the bet.
ate an
It's the only
artichoke
thing in the
and
world I won't
lost
eat.
his mind about it, and then literally had to run away from the plate and had to
I
be
didn't
taken
run
away
away from the plate.
You fled like a little girl.
I made the
about it.
plate run away from me.
You're like, ah! And then you ran around the table screaming.
It's all falsehood. I don't know what that vile weed was on the table, but that's disgusting. Disgusting.
All right, sounds like we need a new poll. Did Alan run away from the artichoke dip? I was there. I might have been on romantic
I love
different
artichoke dip.
tables.
I
just
love
artichoke.
artichoke dip. Artichoke dip is delicious. I don't know what this was. This was something else. This was like when a very obese person has a growth on their back and it's surgically removed, and if you were to put that on a barbecue and then give it to someone to eat, like that's what this
It was
was.
so vile. Like,
Yeah,
That
it's
is-
like that.
That's very specific.
It's
by the
like
way.
watching The Last of Us, and instead of running away from the mushroom-infused zombies, you just like carve off some and
I
eat
like
it.
that you
Like,
just
that's
took
what
it to the
was.
next level. You were like, I'll make it gross, but I want to make it a little more gross.
Yeah, it's like those videos on YouTube where you watch them pop the thing, and like the
No,
bile
I'm
shoots
done.
out.
Please stop. Why? Why did we go there? Oh. I gotta win this
Remember that
bet.
time we were trying to make this a family-friendly chat? Now we're just.
I'm
talking
also
about
like
pimple popping
nervous
and
about
shit.
this bet now because I feel like besides, and you're not even gonna find that again, that I can't give you anything that you won't just shove in your dumb face, and I will be so sad because you know like 8 different foods that I just hate.
I know all the foods
That
you
will
hate.
literally be on one sandwich.
It'll be, and you know what I'll do just on purpose is I'll bite your sandwich before you eat it. I'll be like, it's good, and then I'll be like, here you go. And it's not gonna be like a sandwich. It's gonna be like a Jersey Mike's giant, like kind of sandwich. Like it's gonna be that kind of sandwich. It's not gonna be some Potbelly's thing that fits in a small bag. It's gonna be the sandwich where like when you finish eating it, you want to take a nap. Right? It's gonna be that kind of sandwich.
You know what? I want
I'm
Alan's.
pretty sure they're exactly the same size sandwich.
They are not even close. You could take a Potbelly sandwich, put it inside of a Jersey Mike's
Also,
giant,
I think
and
that
you won't
Jersey
even
Mike
see it.
sandwiches are literally made by them firing a T-shirt gun with ingredients at the bread, because
Yeah, like
nothing
you won't
is
even
inside
see
that bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think Jersey Mike's or Potbelly has avocado.
Hold
Or
on.
not
Now,
avocado.
I want to run
Artichoke.
let's run the list
I'm
back.
not getting the sandwich from there. I'm explaining the size and the girth and the scale of which this sandwich will be shoved down Brad's throat with everything he can possibly imagine that he hates eating, because Eldar is better than GSC when the rules come out, because I know I'm right. So I'm positive.
Hashtag girthy sandwich.
Okay, grab the list. Grab the list so far of the rankings. I want
All right.
Alan's opinion. This is what we're ending on today.
Grey Knights A,
No,
Demons B.
no, shut your
Oh,
face.
my
We're
goodness.
gonna list the armies and we tell you the rankings we gave them, and you're gonna give a counter grade on those.
Go.
Oh, give me a second. Do you have a
One
piece of paper, or are you just going to
one
rapid fire
sentence.
these?
We're gonna rapid
One-sentence
fire him.
responses.
Alan doesn't
All right,
even
Space
think about
Marine.
his responses. He just responds.
Deal.
All right, Space Marine S+.
Probably too high. A plus.
Tyranids B+.
I like it. After all of the reveals, I like it. They were higher for me. They came lower, so I like it. Go.
Chaos B. Chaos Space Marines.
Probably right. Yeah, I like B. Lower than
Nec-
Tyranids, yes. Go.
Necrons D.
D as in dog?
Yes.
Based on the reveal, yeah. The reveal is kind of lackluster.
It was by far one of the most boring
Yeah.
reviews.
It was lackluster. I think it's a little bit of fool's gold in the opposite direction of GSC, and I think Necrons are going to be a lot better. They also have recycling with troops that are a lot more sustainable, and like you can heal them, and they have better saves, and they shoot better. But they're probably a lot more points, so we'll see. But could go up.
All right, Imperial Guard A+.
Yeah, agreed. If not, S-. But yeah,
Demons S+.
yeah, done. Yeah, demons are amazing. Anywhere I can come anywhere I want, basically 6 inches away, pretty easily through just general
That's
tactics.
mortals, man.
And mortals out the wazoo. All my demons are better. They're more survivable. They hit harder. I can hide them easier. Yes, S
Shooting.
plus.
You don't forget the shooting. They showed
S
us the
plus.
keeper and Bellator.
S plus. Yeah,
Woo.
demons S plus.
Sisters of Battle B.
D as in dog?
B as a boy.
Oh, B. Yeah, B's good. Yeah, B, yes. B,
B.
yes. Above chaos, below Tyranids.
Okay. Space Dwarves B.
I'm not too sure about Space Dwarf, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
World Eaters B.
No, A plus, top tier A.
I already said this to you guys, and you guys over.
I think World Eaters are above Guard actually, so I would put World Eaters ahead of Guard.
So, Brad, if you remember, they originally ranked at A, and then you, me, Steven, and
You
whom else on that
guys
Monday?
browbeat
We
me
said it
at
was a
that.
B.
I just agreed.
No, World Eaters are super good, man. Their movement is really good. They have a mini game of Yahtzee where you can get a whole bunch of extra
It's not
bonuses
even
that
a
are all
mini
awesome.
game. The mini game is so easy to do, though. So there's no.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's just fun too. It's like, I
100%.
got fucking doubles, triples. Let's do this shit, baby. Boom, 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 boom. You get it. You get this. You get this. Right.
Everybody gets something.
They're going to be fast. The fact that army got run in charge is fantastic. They're going to get across the board. Angron could be hidden better. I think Exalted, not the regular 8-pound. The regular 8-pound are gross, but the Exalted ones are going to be disgusting. They're going to be able to kill your vehicles reliably. You're going to get sustained hits and lethal hits and all that stuff on everything for the most part. They're going to be just bonkers. They're going to be bonkers. I'm really excited about them a lot, actually. Yeah.
So I
would say A+.
So as we were waiting for Rocky Top to round up, myself and Michael Irving and a couple others, we were just playing the corn game. So we were just rolling 8 dice to see how many times we have to roll to try to get Angron.
Cool. I love it.
It took 19 times.
Angron,
with
literally,
rerolls.
Brandon could not roll anything.
Yeah, but you suck at rolling. We all know that.
Yeah,
right?
but then so Ryan Kerr came over, one of the blood god worshippers, got on the first roll.
Yeah,
his fiance first roll. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
I'm just gonna look at my opponent and be like, I rolled it. I don't even need to. They're gonna be like, yeah, you did. We're good.
Okay, TJ.
50% of the time works every time.
Next.
It's literally 18%. But go ahead. So it's AdMech next. We gave them a C.
Yeah, AdMech was a little lackluster. I would say C. Yeah, that sounds good.
Eldar, we gave them a C, and Brad's
Eldar's
is so depressed.
Eldar's an A- because of the fate dice. I don't understand how Brad doesn't understand what economies of scale are. Having 12 dice to start is way better than having like dice when people die or dice when you kill something and stuff like that. Just 12 straight up dice.
Right now you get 5 dice that are all 6s.
And you can modify them and you can make them better. Like economies of scale, Eldar is fantastic. Yes, their trailer was terrible. They talked about Tim and his neighbor Bob who does sub pump repair. I get it.
Their weapon focus was literally the lawnmower.
The greatest weapon of all time. The amazing prism of awesomeness. And yes, again, poor choices on demo. I think if the exact same rules came out, like overall, but they talked about Eldrad, they talked about the Avatar, and they talked about striking scorpions or howling banshees.
I would have been all
It would have been Brad's fucking rant of the year would be how amazing the fucking army.
That's right.
Exact same 12 dice. They just gave a little bit of different like preview. You'd have Eldar in the S tier for sure for Brad. He would allow no one to change it, and that's where they would be. But I put them in an A, and I have strong confidence that they feel right. The mechanics of how they're approaching the fate, I think, feels right, and I just got to see some more information. We don't know yet. Like the back of that Farseer card could say Farseers know every power in fate, right? And you're like, oh, this just fucking got different, right? Like things just changed.
Things just got
a lot of things could happen, right? Like there could be strats.
So just to clarify, Alan, when we made these rankings, and we went back and reviewed all these rankings as well, it was a mixture of what had been revealed at that time.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
What our reaction was and how excited we were. It's a mixture.
Yeah, I put Eldar right below Guard because the preview sucked, right?
It was terrible. I think, it was by far the worst.
But I think Eldar, unlike Guard and World Eaters, Eldar have a much higher percentage of getting to S than those two. I think we've seen a lot of Guard and we've seen a lot of World Eaters. We know what to expect. I think Eldar is going to surprise us in the versatility, the movement, and the ability that you can leverage these fate dice. I think it's going to change things quite a bit, and they're going to jump even higher.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
Eldar had the potential, but their release was boring.
A for them.
All right. So after Eldar, we went to Death Guard. We gave them a D.
I did not give them a D. You guys gave them a D.
Death Guard seem like they always are. They're a C army.
They had so many special words on it, keywords on it.
Death Guard were relevant in. Yeah, they have a ton of cool stuff. They have special words. They probably have free stuff. They have a lot of output. I can see them getting a lot of devastating wound abilities just because of the plague, right? So I think Death Guard are good. I think the reveal was kind of lackluster again. You don't see Mortarion like you do with Angron and the World Eaters one. You don't see like a Be'lakor kind of model like the Demons. You don't see like a C'tan or something. Like you don't see something cool. You just see like the normal Death Guard stuff. So I would put them at a C for now. Highest probability of getting to a B, but never getting above a B. Because Death Guard haven't been relevant until the Poxwalker shenanigans, where you just ran like 180 Poxwalkers and you won just on the fact that you owned the board. And since then, the army hasn't really been a real true contender in the top ranks. Yes, people have won GTs, people have won events, but if you talk about like winning LVO, winning some of the bigger events, it's not going to happen. So not with Death Guard.
I mean, so when we originally went over Death Guard on the day it was released, we originally gave them a B plus A minus, but we discussed that it's an issue of mobility and it's an issue of being able to kill tanks, and we're not entirely sure that they could do either one really very well because historically they haven't been able to. So that's why they got tanked on the ranking.
Yeah, I would say C for now for me, but yeah.
Okay. So next up is Imperial Knights, and they had an S plus.
Freedom Hand.
Imperial Knights?
Yeah.
See,
S+?
I personally think S plus is a little high for Imperial Knights.
I think S plus is kind of high. I think they're really good.
They have a weapon called Freedom Hand, and they have a special character with it.
I have them probably in the A rank as well. I don't have them at S plus. I don't even have them at S.
Look, I'm gonna give you an argument for S plus. Your knight has a flowing American flag cape, an eagle on his weapon, standing on it, and you punch people with your strength 20-something hand that does like 87 damage.
If you green stuff as Brandon is doing right now, and you make a beard on him, like a goatee beard, so he's Bill Souza, then S plus. Then S plus. Then I'm down for it. Then
I think that might have been half my ranking on it, was just so I could scream Freedom Hand and have a flag and an eagle.
100%. I saw that stream when you guys were talking about Knights. You were so beyond excited for Freedom Hand.
Freedom Hand, because I'm going to yell it. What are you attacking with? Freedom Hand, of course. All right.
Freedom Hand did do some work.
True.
So, Tau, we gave him an A.
Yeah, Tau's great.
I think Tau was another
Tau's ahead
one.
I think Tau's ahead of World Eaters too. I think they're a solid A, like
their
high A.
Their mechanic was super good. They just showcased 0 cool units.
Yeah, but they seem like they work the way you'd want them to work, though.
Yeah,
like, the mechanics.
Oh man, you got a second vote that you didn't run away from the artichoke. I didn't think you'd get.
I even voted that I ran away from the artichoke.
So far we're at 83%.
It's a funnier story.
Ella did run from the artichokes at J. Alexander.
It's a funnier story. I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna believe in this together.
All right,
as a team.
Go down the list. Thousand Suns, A.
Yeah, probably S for me. I'm getting warmer on Thousand Suns a little bit, but yeah, but A's fine. A's fine. The way I look at it, you just start to compare between the parameter, like other armies, right?
Right.
So if we have if we're saying that, like Imperial Knights, well, I know you guys, we were joking around with Bill Souza at Knights, that is S plus, but like if you start thinking of like World Eaters and you start thinking of Tau and you start thinking of, like all the things we put in A, you're like, okay, well, where do I want to consider this next one? And I think S is really where they should be.
I actually like them a lot because you could take Knights and you can ally them and other things. So I also think they went up a tier because good rules for Knights and allying into other armies really put some hardcore combinations in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of Knights, we have Chaos Knights, and we gave them a solid A.
Yeah, solid A.
Mainly because of no Freedom Hand.
No Freedom Hand.
No freedom.
But Custodes, we gave a B minus.
Yeah, I talked to some Custode players on chat and stuff, and they were pretty positive about them.
I thought they were strong.
And Sisters of Silence were very good.
The Sisters of Silence were amazing.
Yeah, they like them a lot. I didn't see it as much, but I could be wrong, of course, on this one. So, I mean, I could be wrong on a lot of these, but yeah, I think B is solid. I like them at a B right now, too. Trajan seems cool. I think the Army the Army feels like a little bit more boring to me. Like, Kataz don't seem like they did something cool with. Like, they don't have a mini game or, like, free dice or any of this kind of, like, they don't have a pizzazz to them as much as I would have liked. I would have liked to see something more.
Here's
but have they ever had that pizzazz? They've always been kind of boring.
Maybe not. Maybe they haven't had that kind of pizzazz. But I can see them. I would put them right now as a B, and then like
I do think some of these
see them moving.
Some of these
Either.
armies I feel like are going to get immediate codexes though. So I feel like some of these felt more
that's
fleshed out than
besides
others.
the point, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you know that they're getting a codex 2 months after release kind of thing, then they don't have to put as many bells and whistles on it. You know what I mean?
I don't think
they're
Custodes
not
is
getting a
one of
book.
those.
Are those Custodes getting a book? I can't remember.
I
I know
don't-
Space
I'm
Marines,
saying-
Necrons, and Tyranids are. Those three are.
They might is my whole thing on it. You know what I mean?
I don't-
yeah, they might.
I think they talked about the next 4 books, and I don't think Custodes are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
but like
Space
the
Marines,
first
Necrons,
two
Tyranids
come
are
out like
3
at
of them.
release though. That doesn't even count. You know what I mean? You're getting 2
Those
books.
are not at release. Those are like autumn and winter.
I thought
Yeah.
they were right away.
Like-
No,
It's
it's
not
autumn
right
and
away,
winter.
bro. That's like October and December.
No, I was saying that I thought they came right away. Didn't we get like the Marines book like immediately upon 8th edition release?
August.
No, we had indexes for a little while, but
We
but
had indexes for June and July.
Oh, I
I
played.
think
played
this
regular
time we're going to
Marines
see them a
at
little bit
Nova.
longer because they called out
Custodes
autumn.
are next spring. Okay, I can see that then. So
All right,
we will
moving
see.
on, we have Orcs at an A.
I think orcs are a B. They're good, but like we have too many things in A now. Like we have to start to diversify a little bit. Orcs, I think, are better than Custodes. Not as good as World Eaters. Not as good as Tau. Not as good as Guard. Honestly, I don't think the Orcs preview was as good as Eldar. I know you guys would disagree with that, but I mean Eldar was boring, but I like the way it feels.
I don't know.
so.
The fact that Gazgul can just join units now and he gives +1 to hit, +1 to wound, everything in there. That's
Who would
bonkers,
like
though.
that more than me? I like that the most.
Imagine that.
But I'm looking at the army as a whole, and I just
Wog
don't.
is still nice. I mean, because you can use it defensively now, because you can actually call it on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good part. Yeah,
So it's more tactical.
I do like that part. Yeah, that part I like. So yes.
I don't know.
Steven is sending an image, Brad.
I don't know what he
just for
said.
The next... Well, I know you're technologically incapable of putting it up, so I'll just read it out loud. So we have Leviathan coming out in June. We have Tyranids and Space Marines coming out in autumn of 2023. Admech and Necrons in winter of 2023. And then in the spring of 2024, we have Chaos Space Marines, Tau Empire, Custodes, Orcs, and Dark Angels.
I'm not gonna
Wow.
lie. I'm just an old man.
That's pretty cool that they're releasing that
20
schedule.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
No,
I can see it.
2024 sounds like a made up year. Didn't freaking like Blade
I literally
Runner
just
happen?
traded. I just traded some players for 2024 draft picks. So for me, it's not a made up year. I'm very much looking forward to 2024, trying to get that 101. So I'm kind of excited about it personally.
So then we have 3 more armies, and then today's army. So the next army would be Dark Eldar, and we gave them an A.
Yeah, Dark Eldar seem really good. A. Man, we have a lot of stuff in A. I think I would love to get on a pod with you guys and talk about this when it's done. And go through it one more time. I feel like we have a lot in
100%.
A, right? Am I
Yeah,
crazy?
so
Or
No,
There's a
we
ton
have
of
a ton of
stuff
stuff in A, but the problem is that if you had an exciting release, because you have to go into a little bit on the release of, was it exciting? You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I mean that's cool and that's fine and dandy and that makes some sense. But I'm looking at it like actually competitive, and I think about the army as a whole. Like Dark Eldar is a mobile glass cannon army that historically is extremely good at killing vehicles and historically very good at
Getting
MSU
rerolls to
strategy.
hit all over the place is huge.
Yeah.
We already talked about that with Elves.
So
And then
yeah,
you have Lilith getting up to
their
36
token
attacks
system
in
is
one
really
turn.
good. Yeah. I'm fine with them in A right now, but I think we need to do a revisit at some point and like break out these A's and like really create real tiers.
Do that in the beginning.
Monday.
We could do that
Next week.
We got to see the actual files. Alan wants to do a release once we actually see points, like actually can make an
Yeah,
army.
the points would be great.
Oh.
I
Well,
think
we're not
that'd be
going to be able to
great.
do that until later in June.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine. I don't care. That'd be a cool show.
All right. So then the last two armies we've already discussed: Gene Stealer Cult and Grey Knights.
Grey Knights are at the very top for me.
I agreed on that. I think they have
And
their
I
own
put-
tier.
And I put GSC as a solid B plus with the chance of going up or down for me.
You know what?
I know you guys think S, but I don't.
I'm holding to my thing because I don't want to eat a terrible sandwich.
And then that leaves us with Imperial Agents, which was released today. So not necessarily a full-fledged army, but I could see, depending on the points, of course, I could see taking these units. I think it's pretty exciting.
I'd
They
give
talked
him a
about
B.
several special characters.
I would give him a solid B because the problem is I can't tell you until points come out, so that I'd have to give you
C is average, so I give C's out.
I think it's C?
I give him a solid 78.
I just like
So
that. I
That's a
like
C, that's a C plus, I think.
Right there, 78.
78 because adding this Inquisitor to a battle line unit sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Getting some CB back and giving a 5 final pain, it'd be really utility. If this guy's super cheap, man, it really depends on the cost. That's the thing.
Yeah, so if he's more than 50 points now,
So,
he has to be between 50 and 60 points.
100%. Well, it's all relative on that, of course, but so
is I think that you guys are not talking about leaks, right? That's not something we talk about.
We're talking about what's been released officially.
Just being released officially. Look at you got another no, man. I can't believe people are thinking that maybe you didn't run away from this artichoke.
He was not only running away, he was screaming at the top of his lungs in a crowd.
I accidentally, flagrantly abused a cocktail waitress on the way out by accident. I felt really bad about the whole thing. So I'm going to lean into this story now. We're going to make this a big deal.
So
honestly, though, if you're at Jameson's, is that place called Jameson's? Is that what it's called?
J. Alexander's.
J. Alexander's. If you're at J. Alexander's Steakhouse, and I would give it a steakhouse, because I'm from Chicago and it's not a fucking steakhouse. But if you go to J. Alexander's in Toledo, first of all, great place, great drinks, great people. But their roasted artichoke thing that I won't speak his name, a gentleman of ours ordered. We will not reiterate who this person is.
It was totally Zoobs.
And they put this on the table. And I'm the kind of guy that tries everything everywhere. Like, I've been all over the world. I try food everywhere. I don't care. Brad knows this. That's why Brad doesn't want to take the bet, because he's never seen me be disgusted by anything, really. And I eat this thing, and I swear to God, I can't explain to you how bad it is, because Brad will literally end the Skype call, because that's how gross he'll get. But it was terrible. Not edible.
But you're the only one who had this reaction. Nobody else ran away from it.
No one else ate it, bro. It was still half there. Zoobs ate his part. Freaking, I don't know who's to my left. Whoever else was there, wasn't looking at it, and it was done. It was insane. Terrible.
I really enjoyed the calamari and the fried shrimp I got. That was fantastic.
Yeah, the rest of the food was great. The drinks were awesome. I like the drinks. I'd just go back there just to drink.
Gentlemen,
we all got smashed,
I have to throw some coaching down here. So I do want to say, before we do anything, we're 25 subs away from getting to our mini goal of 1,000, which frees up a ton of stuff, helps with analytics, helps us do some stuff with GW.
Listen, stop, Brad. There's 15 people watching right now. All of you, go make an email address. Whatever there is, go make an email address right now. Sign up on YouTube and just hit the subscribe button, and then forget you ever made it. Okay?
We have not talked about the bat rep yet, because I didn't watch the bat rep, unfortunately. We'll talk about that on tomorrow. But for everybody, Alan, thanks for showing up. Brandon, thanks for making everything with flames.
Let's talk about what's coming out tomorrow, what your plans are tomorrow, Brad, before you kick yourself off.
Number 1, be alive.
Be alive. Set the bar low. Be alive.
Okay.
Number 2, feel good.
What? Whoa. That is setting the bar high. Space Marine chapters are tomorrow.
So, Brad, will you be on stream, Brad?
I will be in the air flying to Kansas City for the Kansas City GW event team tournament over the weekend.
And who's on your team for that event?
We've got Crawley, Brenton, Sean Rice, The Law, Blake Law, and myself.
The law.
All right, so we are going to try to do a Space Marine stream tomorrow. I just need to see if I can get permissions to log into the Death or Glory channel, and we'll give it a shot.
Oh, hold on. We've got a charity draw with the charity drawing live stream is tonight. From Mr. P.
The Death or Glory.
The Death or Glory charity live stream is tonight. So things are happening. Things are being given away.
Pete, what are you guys giving away?
Now you just put it on delay, so we're going to have to wait longer. You guys are like, screw Brad. He can't leave. We're just making this happen.
You're trapped with us. You're trapped.
Strapped and trapped.
I mean, if that's how you like it.
That's the MCM charity drawing. Yes, KR. So the charity drawing is tonight. Tonight.
Why don't we have like more info on that? Why isn't there like a flyer that you could bring up that says like charity for this charity at this time?
I don't have a thing.
This is what we're giving away. Like, is there a link?
There's
is there
6
something?
armies. Pete, do you have a link for this?
Why isn't Pete just on the channel right now? Like, why isn't he just here talking?
Because he has a job.
I have a fucking job.
But he's a police officer. He's out in the field.
Come on, man. Let's not get all crazy with what you're at work in pajama pants right now.
Yes, I am. COVID
All
is
right.
great.
So, Brad, are you going to take some video coverage of what's going on at the GW event? You're going to check in with us to let us know how it went?
Indeed, I will be going live on the Facebooks and things of that nature. I got Andy with me to show me how Instagram works, and apparently I put up a quote every day on Twitter. He just asked me for it, and I tweet.
I would like to volunteer for something or request volunteering for something. I would like to reach out to Manscaped and see if they'll sponsor our channel, and then I would like to film the actual videos.
See, Pete, I chased a guy halfway down train tracks last night. Exactly.
I feel like that's a normal Tuesday in Michigan, though.
Pajama pants clause of the contract. Exactly.
My only requirement, I need no money and no love. Everyone can hate me, but I need to talk about Manscaped on the channel.
Do you actually own their product?
Yeah, I do. I love the Lawnscape 4.0 or whatever it's called, the lawn scraper, whatever. I don't know why it's called scraper. That sounds like a bad word. I think it's
manscaping.
Manscaper? Yeah, I like it. I think they call it the lawnmower 4.0.
This is literally what you guys are making me kill on late first.
What happened? Bro, you can end this at any time. You have the control.
Right.
You have
on that note, on Alan's sponsorship pitch, we will see you guys tomorrow when we're talking about Space Marines, if everything goes well. And thank you for joining us.
Later.